it's kind of like YouTubers that I don't like, but it's why I don't like YouTubers. And it's, let me go ahead and just kind of get straight into it. The reason what be kind of pissing me off, okay, let me go ahead and take that back. What be pissing me off about YouTube is the fact that, you know, so many of us go to them for advice, right? Whether it's to buy a new camera, whether it's to get some specs or whatever the case is, right? And I understand that, you know, it's part of the game, it's part of a job. We all know that, right? I'm a YouTuber, I understand how the game gotta be played. However, I do think there should be some type of accountability amongst creators, amongst YouTubers when they sit there, like, let's just say, for example, let's just say if you followed a channel for whatever reason, right? Let's just say you followed a channel based off how they do gear reviews or the camera they got, right? And then they change it on you all of a sudden because like the new camera that's hot right now, that's the new camera they're talking about. Now, from a business standpoint, that makes sense, right? Because whoever is paying that YouTuber to make or, you know what I'm saying, create a video about said camera is putting money into their pockets, right? However, the consumer, us, is getting left out in the wind. So today's video is just kind of just to remind you all that your camera is enough, dog. Okay, your camera is more than enough. I know that may seem hard to believe at times, man, because, you know, again, we got the Red Komodo X inside right now, the Red V Wrap, the you know, Sony dropping new cameras, like, you know what I'm saying, like Sony drop cameras like they change underwear. But at this point, like, it's just, you know, pick a day in a month, Sony probably gonna drop a camera or a lens or something. So I'm saying out to say this, man, like, listen, I don't have a Red Komodo X. I don't have a Red V Raptor, right? I don't have, you know, for all intents and purposes, some might not even consider the FX3 a cinema camera, if you will. But I know it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that this camera gets me in rankings for jobs that cost $10,000 and up. I know this camera has got me to work on documentaries worth $60,000 and up. Well, the A7S3 did. Actually, I just got this camera. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, I think what I want to remind you all is this: no matter where you are in your filming career, if you may not even consider yourself a cinematographer or a videographer, right? If you're picking up a camera and telling a story, you are now a filmmaker. You are not a cinematographer, right? And whichever camera or tool you decide to use to tell your stories, the only thing that matters is the story. So if you got a camera that shoot, you know what I'm saying, this in 6K and 8K, but your story's still trash, you still gonna be trash. No one's still gonna book you for any type of gigs. You know what I mean? So, you know, what I want y'all to start to focus on, man, is learning how to tell better stories with your camera. I think so many of us, and I'm going to include myself in this category too, I'm not going to put the onus on y'all. I think so many of us think that, you know what I'm saying, if we had a certain type of camera, a certain type of tool, that gets us more in line with the job. And vice versa, it's like, as long as you have experience with said tool, you're gonna get the job regardless. It doesn't matter if you own that or not. Will it help you on the back end? Sure, because you can do like rental gears and stuff like that. However, I've never missed a job, and I'm telling you this right now. I've never missed a job based on the camera that I have, right? And does this make my job any less than people who's shooting, like, let's just say, if they're shooting videos for a celebrity or, you know, big companies and Google corporations and stuff like that? That doesn't necessarily make them a better filmmaker than you. That just means they was in the right place at the right time. But that also doesn't diminish the quality of videos that you have put out already. You know what I mean? Like, no, I haven't worked for, like, you know what I'm saying, we'll just say like a Jay-Z or a Drake or something like that. However, I did work for the Obama Foundation. However, I did shoot for Snipes. However, I did shoot for Uber. You know what I mean? They probably can't say that. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the reminder that your accomplishments and your camera is more than enough, that you're enough. I guess this kind of turns like a motivation video. I feel like Terry Warfield right now. That's just not what I was aiming for, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me just being real with y'all. I literally I saw how beautiful the sun was looking. I seen this big old beautiful view of Miami. I was just like, let me make a video. And that's what it was. And just to be clear, I don't want this kind of come off as some type of hating videos on YouTubers or something like that. Like, nah, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is typically that, you know, when YouTubers make content, I don't really think they make content in mind for the people like that they're creating it for, if that makes sense. Go ahead, dog. You good. I don't think they're keeping the content in mind for their core audience. Like, at some point, you know what I'm saying, like, if you're YouTube, I know you gotta eat. This is how you make your living. I understand that. But also too, bro, it's like, you know, I feel like a lot more than need to call people out on their bullshit. Like, prime example, if you know Sony is steady dropping cameras and you know they're only incrementally improving, if I'm your supporter, I don't expect to come in your channel and for you to be sitting there hugging their nuts, essentially. I want you to be like, nah, man, Sony, y'all tripping. Why y'all keep dropping cameras? Because apparently they listen to y'all, because they know they put the cameras in y'all hands that, you know what I'm saying, like, it's either gonna do something and y'all gonna get y'all audience to buy it. You know what I mean? Or at the very least, man, get the bag. You know what I'm saying? My point is, if you're gonna sell out, get the bag. You know what I'm saying? If Sony gonna sit there and hit you with the products, all right, Sony, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna use my platform, my marketing, my consumers, I'm putting them at risk, essentially, for putting themselves in financial strain just to get the new camera that I'm gonna talk about on my platform. Yeah, man, it's gonna be about 30,000. You know what I mean? And I do think that starts changing kind of the trajectory, if you will, for what these people be doing, man, for these consumers, man. Like, I am just tired of being a victim of consumerism, of capitalism. So I don't know if I'm making this video to kind of help y'all or just help me. Yeah, please go. Please. You're totally fine. Yeah. All good. All good. What was I? Lost my train of thought. This is why this is why I kind of miss out recording in the city. Get the people, the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Just the architecture, you know what I'm saying? Dope shots. Learn how to focus your craft. Learn to focus on things other than just your camera. Because a lot of y'all be buying cameras, y'all didn't even focus on learn how to use the ones that y'all had previously owned. Y'all just see such and such with the new camera, like, oh man, I need that for my videos to look as good as theirs. But if y'all actually like pay attention, if you actually pay attention, most of this stuff, like kind of like with cell phones, is very incremental changes. You're not getting any leaps and bounds differences than what you would have got maybe like a few years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Like right now, a lot of cameras are just coming out to consistently do 4K 60 10-bit. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know, whatever. You could have walked through, bro. You good? You good? Appreciate you, bro. You good? You good? A lot of these changes that we're seeing in cameras very incremental. Like prime example, remember 8K was a huge race. Don't nobody care about 8K like that in my opinion. At least the professionals that I work with, 8K is not like a super thing because the one file size is 2. It's like, you know, it's cool, but our phone's not even 4K yet. Our phone's not even 4K yet. And what I mean by that, our screen. So I think, man, we just need to change the outlook, man. Like, I think we have to remember that we have the power and that they create stuff to what we want. I feel that we need to say, like, hey, when Sony drop cameras and ain't really hitting for nothing, we don't need to buy them. I ain't buying no Sony A7R2, Sony A7C2. I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? I bought the FX30. FX30 was a dope camera. I gotta listen. While I'm on that subject, shout out to Beastman Productions. If y'all not following me on IG, make sure y'all follow me on IG everywhere. Brookssmedia with 2 S's. You gonna have the S, you ain't spelling them right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the FX30 was a dope cop for me. It's a dope buy. But other than that, Sony ain't really been dropping nothing that's been mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these camera manufacturers ain't been dropping nothing that's been mind blowing for that matter. So Sean, what are you saying? What I'm saying is, man, the money is out there, B, and it ain't your camera. Like, if you're not getting booked, it's because I'm gonna be real with you. People don't like you, dog. That's just the real. If you're not getting booked, people don't like you. A lot of my clients, you know what I'm saying, would tell me like, yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I came back to you just so I like kicking it with you. I like hanging with you. I like talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know there's always somebody out there better than you. You know what I mean? So you sit here saying like, oh man, I ain't got this camera. Like, buddy, you know how many people? Y'all know how many people I beat out who got cameras that cost more than mine because they ain't know how to do business? They ain't know how to do business, but it ain't the camera. I feel like I'm on a block for real. The way I walked off, I'm saying like I'm putting y'all on drug talk or something. But like, you know, that's real. I gain clients from customer service. My quality is second. You know what I mean? If y'all even look at my reviews, Sean was amazing. Nobody ever says and say like, man, you know, Sean can't do it with that FX3 and start smoking. Nobody ever says that. If you look at most production companies' reviews, nobody ever goes in and be like, yeah, man, the camera that they had was just top tier. We got to book them again. I think y'all need to realize where y'all want to be at. And if y'all okay with just being a filmmaker, right? Some of y'all still thirsty to be cinematographers, but I don't even think I know how much they make. I'm gonna keep it a real. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Come closer. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I make a lot more money than a lot of these cinematographers out here, dog. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It's a lot of money out here being a quote unquote a videographer, right? Without a cinema camera. I ain't got no black magics, I ain't got no reds and all that, but I'm still making more money than a lot of these other people because I move more efficiently, I move more effectively with my business. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I get paid because of customer service, dog. Main point of this video, you get paid off customer service, not your camera. All right, we done. Catch y'all later.